It's the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. So, yesterday I went to a show at Nickel City, and there were 4 bands, and I didn't see the first band. I got there late. And then the second band, I can't remember what they were called now, but I'll probably put it in as a keyword, so if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. The guitarist was so good that it didn't work with the rest of the band. Very garage sounding band. And then here comes this guitarist who until the last song didn't do any guitar wanking, but he was so good that he could have and it would have been alright. And then there were 2 singers, a big guy and a little guy, and the big guy was a good singer and the little guy just, it reminded me of the lead singer of Blink-182, except the lead singer of Blink-182 gets to have his singing put through one of those not auto-tune things, but you know, the thing where they manipulate, what they do on Britney Spears' albums, so that makes it sound like she can sing. So they don't get that because they're singing live and they're just some, independent local band. So he just isn't a good singer. But the other guy, the big guy, he could sing really well. And it's funny because after the show, I'm talking to one of the music directors at KSCU, because it's a KSCU show. And I'm about to say what I just told you, and then the 2 singers walk by. So I was like, okay, time to use some pronouns. Alright, yay, pronouns. But it was fine. The third band was Pre, P-R-E, from the UK. And kind of like Go Betty Go, but a little angrier like Red Ants. But the Red Ants would scare you. They were just like really pissed off chicks. Pre's just a woman singer with 3 dudes, or 2 dudes, I couldn't see. But it was more of a, oh how cute, she's throwing a tantrum. But I bought a shirt anyway. Let me get the oh geez, the shirt's way over there. I'm going to wear the shirt on tomorrow's episode, or maybe Thursday's episode. So you'll probably see it then. But it's a guy shooting himself in the head, and then the blood coming out the other side of his head spells out Pre. And that's all in black. And he's wearing a t-shirt that says something like Death Tacos or something tacos. I don't know. That'll be keywords too probably. And then that's all in black. And then it's just been like tie-dyed in like random red stripes. So it's a unique shirt. Every shirt's done a little differently. So I paid $12 for it. Well, I just got back from Reno and haven't deposited my leftover money from the trip. And I also didn't have any smaller bills because I used all my 20s. And then I went to the ATM, and the ATM gave me hundreds. I did that because if I go to the ATM, I don't get charged a fee. If the ATM up there charges a fee, my credit union reimburses me. So I was like, oh, well, I guess I don't need to get money before I leave then. So I just took some money out, and everything was fine. So I had 100, and I had 10 ones, and it was a $12 shirt. So I said, can I give you 102 for 90? And the band's from the UK. Maybe they don't have counterfeiting in the UK. But they're like, sure, that's fine. Hey, I haven't seen a $100 bill yet. And I'm like, oh, man, it'd be so easy to give them a fake bill. But, even if I had one, I wouldn't do that. So now they have less paper to carry around because I got $90 back for the 102 I gave them. And now I've changed for my 100. So, it's a good thing. Then the headliners were the Meishi. And it's kind of like the Flaming Lips, but the singing sounds like White Stripes. And I don't really care for either of those bands. Flaming Lips are fine. They're weird for the sake of being weird. I don't know how the Meishi can play at a place like Nickel City because you need to be, it's like if you see Flaming Lips or Primus or or maybe like Fish, you need to be a little altered to really get into it, I would think. And I figured that was why I couldn't really get into it. Because, I could tell it was good, it wasn't doing anything for me. Every now and then they do some keyboard stuff, but then the rest of the time I'd be like, okay, it's just a bunch of stuff going on. A little more visual show than audio show, and I left halfway through. I saw probably 4 or 5 songs of each of the 3 bands. I probably saw about 10 songs of the Meishi, but, I saw enough to know. But, overall, it was a fun show. I played Puzzle Fighter. I was Felicia, and I lost to Donovan, who was 4th. I played Donovan, and I lost to... who did I lose to? Ken, who was 5th. I was trying to get the 4 chain so I could get to Devilot, and it just wasn't working out. So that sucked. And then I played Beatmania once and got the high score, and I played World Stadium 92, and I was the Fukuoka Dai Hawks against the Yakult Swallows, and I lost 11-8 because the controller doesn't always go to the left, and it's really, really, really hard to field in that game. I should have won. But the game kind of has computer assistance, so if I'm losing, it makes it easier for me to score, so I probably wouldn't have had 8 runs if I had not given up 11. It's a pretty challenging game, even if you got the fielding just right. The AI is a lot smarter than the U.S. versions of those RBI, late 80s, early 90s type games. The computer will bunt when it's supposed to. The computer fields more intelligently than it does in RBI. If they had put that kind of intelligence in a baseball game here, it would have done really well. I mean, Bases Loaded came close, but Bases Loaded was just at the time, a much more cosmopolitan game. What else did I play? I didn't play Gem Fighter. I didn't have time. I think that's all that I played. They closed Nickel City at 10 during the week, not 12. So the show's running till 11, and I'm standing there watching the show going, man, I want to play more video games. So am I here to see a show, really? So that was it. And then I came home. That's all the time we have for today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com. Email joel@joelshitshow.com.